pitch. And we are underway here in the Bronx as the first pitch of the evening is taken for ball one. And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. The October weather here in New York starting to turn a bit. 52 degrees at first pitch. Canely, originally from New York State, he was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2013.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name. Kids are buying his jerseys.
And he takes strike three called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
And the changeup is way low that time. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single. The tag, and he's nabbed, trying for 2.
Designated hitter.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
2-2 the count. Here's the 2-2. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Sox 0, Yankees coming up. You're watching MLB Network. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Dero, what's your take on this lineup as they look to lock up the division series?
You know, taking a look at this lineup, Matt, one thing you have to take into account is the variables that you can't control. And that's the wind. It's blowing in. It's howling in. You're going to see some guys in this lineup change their approach. Not be looking for that launch angle and trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark. It's going to take a big man to put one over the wall today.
First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. His numbers against Eduardo Rodriguez. He's a .300 hitter, 3 for 10. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Drilled to the right side. Up with it is Kinsler. Throw in time at first. A nice play in short right for the first out.
Good range shown off into the hole right there. That's not an easy play, but these guys make it look that way sometimes.
Now here's the pitch. And that one just missed outside. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
That was a non-competitive pitch right there, and he finds himself behind 2-0 in this situation. He's going to have to locate something down the zone to get himself back in this count.
3-0 to him now. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first. Stepping into the box, Miguel Andujar.
Third baseman, Miguel.
First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
Now the 1-1 pitch. He's running. Pitches a cold strike. The throw is there, and he's out trying to take second. The 1-2 is a fastball down below the knees. 2 out, nobody on. Another try at 2-2. Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Some 2-out success means that Aaron Judge gets to swing it here.
Hey, guys, he was obviously trying to bury that slider down and in. Nice execution by the batter right there, keeping his hands inside, fighting it off for a nice base hit.
Here's big Aaron Judge. His numbers against Eduardo Rodriguez, he's 0 for 4. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Hey, I love that pitch right there, and that's where he's going to have to work. He's going to have to work down in the zone. This is a hitter's park. We all know the ball flies, and if he's going to keep the ball in the yard, he's got to execute down to the hollow of the knee.
From the stretch. Fouled away. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Hard liner to center field. Bradley is going to have room out there as he puts this away.
Leading off for Boston.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. Gregorius has it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth, first baseman.
First delivery to him on the way. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Moreland around first on his way for 2. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball just a bit high. Moreland leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Third baseman.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Rafael Devers the next to bat, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. This one's down to third. Andahar brings it in on to first, and talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. Now to the plate, Giancarlo Stanton, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes. The count to Stanton. And he chases after ball 3, and instead it's 2-1. Ripped down the first base line, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Ready with another 2-2. Off speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
He walked the guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second. First offering on its way. And that one stayed up a little high. His numbers against Eduardo Rodriguez, he's 3 for 9. He's taken him deep once. That's wide, 2-0. Sanchez is certainly known in part for power at the plate, in particular in these types of matchups against a left-hander on the mound.
Yeah, because he knows that lefty can't get inside on him. What a comforting feeling you know it is as a hitter when that pitcher has nowhere to go on the inner half of the plate.
To 2-2 now. Nobody out, runner on first. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2. On deck, there's Andrew McCutchen. He'll hit next. Hit in the air down the right field line. On the move is Betts. And he makes the catch in the corner. Into the box now, Andrew McCutchen. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. First delivery to him on the way. A changeup over the inside corner. McCutchen, or just Kutch as he's frequently referred to. He was a first-round pick back in 2005.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Looks at a changeup that catches the corner. Still 1-2. Bottom of the second here with no score. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making his pitcher grind for everything.
Cutter, and it doesn't make it back. 3-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Now the 3-2 pitch. McCutchen will take one that misses. It's ball 4. Into the box, Didi Gregorius. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a knee-high fastball. From the stretch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. 2 complete, scoreless here on MLB Network. Stepping up now, Christian Vasquez, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. A high fastball is in there. Vasquez stands 5'9" as you see him in the right-handed box. He was a 9th round pick during the 2008 draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1. First pitch coming, here it is. And that one stayed too low apparently. Third inning, no score to this point. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Little hesitation right there by the batter. It was great execution by the pitcher down and away. But that looked like a late swing. Could have been sitting on something else.
Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double. At the plate, Mookie Betts 0 for 1 here in the early going. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. Hits ball 1. Hard hit ball towards the hole. And that's through into left, a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. He was cut down at second, attempting to stretch a base hit his first time through. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. The runners will hold, but meanwhile the count moves to 2-0. The 2-0 is looked at for the first strike. High in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Hey, I know there's a lot of game left, but that is such an important run there in the top of the first. Try and silence this crowd. I can't tell you, in postseason play, 1 run feels like 3 or 4.
And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2. Missed with a breaking ball.
Pretty standard curve in the dirt, looking for a strikeout there, but that was a good job of recognizing it and holding back at the plate.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Full count with 2 outs now, so he could put the...
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. A run on 2 hits. Striding in, Luke Voigt as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Now here's the pitch. And they start him out with a slider. Good spot, but he doesn't get the call. 1-0. Hard hit ball to second. There to get it is Kinsler. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Up next for the Yankees.
Digging in the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Kinsler down on the ground. He is out.
Now batter, number 25.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. Here comes the first pitch. Fly ball out to right field. Betts on the run. And that's the third out. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Xander Bogaerts. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. No balls and a strike to count. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. Standing in, Ian Kinsler. He reached on a single in his first try. And he gets ahead 0-1. Well, there are the judges' chambers, and what a cool thing it's become here in the Bronx, and well-deserved for Aaron Judge, of course, with the way he exploded onto the scene. And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Digging in now for the Yankees, Miguel Andujar. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. And that one just missed outside. Popped him up. Kinsler calls for it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, right fielder.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
Fastball too low, and that's ball 4. Giancarlo Stanton now.
Up next for the Yankees, designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
Set and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
He'll be kicking himself tonight if he doesn't come up with a big knock right here. That pitch was in a hittable location, and a hitter of this caliber.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. He gets under it and makes the catch in the deep part of the field. Now batting, Gary Sanchez. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. Needed a sand wedge for that one. Swung on and missed.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
A ball and a strike now. The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Payoff pitch one more time. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. Judge leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away. Here's Andrew McCutchen now as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to keep the 1-run lead. Here it is. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Yanks digging in to try it again. Rafael Devers. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball there to start him out. This is bounced foul for the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
And here's a curveball looked at. Strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning. Next up for the Red Sox, Christian Vasquez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. In there, and it's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. A breaking ball over the outside corner for strike 2.
Yeah, flip a coin right here. I don't know what you sit on. Fastball in, then a breaking ball down and away. Pick your spot and go with it.
The 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Striding in for Boston, Jackie Bradley Jr. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. 3 up.
Leading off for the Yankees, the shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
First delivery to him on the way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And this is sliced hard down the left field line. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And he is into second base with a leadoff double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time. His approach to the plate right here has to be to the right side. If he gets it through the infield, that tying run might come around, but at the very least, that would get the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Now a ball hit hard toward first. And this is by Moreland and down the line. A fair ball to throw into second. But he'll get in there with an RBI double.
Back-to-back doubles now, and that's a great way to get an inning going. The leadoff man shows him how it's done, and he comes right behind him following suit. Lacing a double of his own could be a big inning if this continues. Standing in now, Aaron Hicks. A
as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Hit out towards second. Scooped up on the backhand. And Kinsler will flip it on to first for out number 1. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gleyber Torres comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Has a look, now the pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
This is a situation where the offensive player just needs to do his job. Take inventory, infield back, get you a ground ball somewhere in the infield, preferably off the corners, and get your team the lead.
Behind 0-2 now. Popped him up. Kinsler shading to his right, and he makes the catch for the second out. Riding in once again, Miguel Andujar. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. He's set. Here it comes. Sharply hit ball back up the middle. And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third.
Boy, talking about coming up with a big knock. After that pop-up, it looked like the inning was potentially over. Big 2-out base hit to drive in a run.
Yeah, you watch your teammate in front of you miss his pitch. He got a nice pitch to hit right there and pops it up. You could tell he was dejected as he went back to the dugout. All you're trying to do is be a great teammate. Sean Casey always used to say to me, hey, D-Row, mix in a good teammate one time. That's exactly what this guy did.
And the pitch is off the catcher's glove as it rolls away. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. And he'll make it to second here as he's moved into scoring position now after the passed ball. That misses. 2-0.
Boy, this is one of those tricky spots for a pitcher, right? You have an open base, but you have a guy on deck that can do a lot of damage. Not a good spot to be in if you're a pitcher right now.
There's a drive out toward the gap in left center. And that's going to plate the runner from second as this is now a 3-1 ball game.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Giancarlo Stanton now, as he will swing and miss on a fastball on the outer half. It's strike 1. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Comes set, and the 0-1. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. Maybe not, as this stays up in the air long enough to be hauled in out there. Here's Mookie Betts. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Somebody needs to go rattle the cage right here. Take the bats and start throwing them all over the dugout to get these boys going. If this continues, I guarantee you see a different lineup tomorrow.
2-1 now to Mookie. Bounce towards the second baseman. Torres scoops it up. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The batter, left fielder.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. In previous meetings with Britain over the years, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. And he lays off the pitch down and away. Ball 2. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Here's a strike. And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning. Here's J.D. Martinez. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. Up and in for ball 1. Two balls and no strikes now to the Red Sox left fielder.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I love the fact that he's keyholed in a certain area, and it wasn't what he was looking for.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ball 1.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
Britton's ready. Here it is on 2-0. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Sinker, and that's ruled strike 2. Hot shot on the ground is short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Reds. Tyler Thornburg enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 47.
Ready for another shot now. Gary Sanchez. He's set to start it out for the Yanks here in the 6th. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1. And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. Not close. It's 2-0.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
And that's the first out.
Now batting.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Vasquez gathers, and the throw is in time. McCutchen is retired. 2 down now.
The batter.
Here's Didi Gregorius. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first homer so far in the series as the Yankees have taken a 4-1 lead.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one more out to get out of the inning, but he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and let her rip. A solo shot is the result.
Now batting.
Stepping in now, Luke Voigt. As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. David Robertson is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
And it's 1-1.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
The count now at 2-2. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. Andujar backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out. Now at the plate, Ian Kinsler. He was a ground out victim last time up. And a strike called at the letters. Look high to me, but it's 0-1. And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Here's another 0-2. Missed with a slider. A swinging bunt to the mound. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Rafael Devers the next to bat. Lifetime numbers versus David Robertson. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. No swing on the knuckle curve, even at 1-1. 2 balls and a strike.
Count is 2-1.
The bouncer to the left side. Backhanded. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
Yeah, nobody on right there, Dan. 2 outs. It's not every day you see a guy pick him up and put him down like him getting down to first base right there. Bought himself a base hit.
Well, I'd say what, there's a couple of things you can do. It doesn't take a lot of talent to hustle, and it doesn't take talent to be on time. And he hustled out of the box, turned what could have been a ground out in the inning into an infield single.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Red Sox leave 1. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Number 70 will take the ball now as the new pitcher.
Number 70.
First pitch of the at-bat. 0-1 the count. Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Stepping up to the plate, Gleyber Torres. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Liner in there for a base hit. He takes the turn and heads for second. Throw into second, and he'll reach second now with 1 away.
He was able to recognize that pitch early. His eyes lit up on that one. Able to pull it down the line for a nice base hit.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. Popped him up. Moreland has room in foul territory, and he brings it in on the warning track. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Aaron Judge. It was an RBI double for him in his last turn to the plate. From the stretch. And that misses, ball 1. Hard ground ball to third. Devers gloves it. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Here's Jackie Bradley now. Lifetime numbers versus David Robertson. He's hitless in 6 tries. Dylan Betances been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth.
Now pitching for the Yankees, number 68, Dylan
Adeiny Echeverria has come into the ballgame now as he takes over as the new third baseman. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one. And a high strike there. It's 1-1.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
The 1-2. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Mookie Betts. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Sent on the ground out to second. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. Now at the plate, Andrew Benintendi. 2 away here in the eighth, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
0-2 the count to Benintendi.
One pitch away from wrapping up a very good innings work out of the bullpen here.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Now a Slurve's going to bounce up to the plate as he lays off it for a ball.
Hey, great job right there.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire. Heath Hembry is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
number 37.
Ready once again, Giancarlo Stanton. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Liner toward right center, and that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Way in front of that fastball. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Chopped weakly to the left. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Now in the box, Andrew McCutchen. He went down on strikes last time up. First offering on its way. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
I love the fact that this batter continues to be aggressive, but after striking out twice already, maybe he's got to take a step back, see the ball a little bit deeper, and be willing to work deep into the count.
And this will get taken in at first for the second out of the inning. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Didi Gregorius. He went deep last time up.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at-bat he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball, and didn't miss it.
Third baseman, Luke Voigt.
Standing in, Luke Voigt. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Neil Walker will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here.
Walker.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. And this one's in the dirt. Throw to third. Well, he thought about going for third, and now that runner's in no man's land out there. Back in the Big Apple as we're set for what remains of this one on MLB Network. Neil Walker will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base. Aroldis Chapman comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Aroldis Chapman.
Brett Gardner is into the ball game now as he'll take over out in left field. Here's the first pitch. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball one. Swing and a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike two. Smoke toward third, and that is into left field, so the leadoff man's aboard to kick off the ninth.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to put two men, maybe three men, put some pressure on this defense.
Xander Bogaerts is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes for Bogaerts. And that's in there, 2-1.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
Missed with a slider. Mitch Moreland, who represents the potential tying run here, waits on deck. Down the first baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Stepping in, Mitch Moreland. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. A ball and no strikes. And that's right there, and we're even at 1.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Martinez, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
And that misses 1-1. Turned on down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. High and deep to right. Judge ranging back to the track, to the wall, and this one is gone. A home run.
That, my friends, is a cardinal sin for any closer. You can't give up the long ball. Good thing for him, he still has the lead. We'll see now if he can rebound and actually keep it.
Rafael Devers is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Last strike now for the Red Sox. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And the Yankees have cleared their first hurdle. They're headed to the AL Championship Series.
Well, they know their work is nowhere close to being finished, but they've handled their business so far, winning here to punch their ticket to the ALCS and a possible trip to the World Series. Well done.
So we witnessed a close one here, but this man was a big factor in the outcome, so we're inclined to pencil him in as the top player of the game.
Yeah, he really made it happen with the bat in this one. You see here 2 hits and 1 was a long ball, so he has to feel pretty good about what he did here.
For the left-hander Dan Plesac, Mark DeRosa, and our entire crew, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been the American League Division Series.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Yankees, 4 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Red Sox, 3 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 5 minutes. Tonight's fate attendance at Yankee Stadium, 53,325. The Yankees and Red Sox, thank you for your interest. Remind you to walk along and have a great week.